Hello everyone and welcome. I'm Joey Bridges, join my brother James, and today, Facebook land. If you've been on some of the last couple, video training sessions, you might go, wow, you diverted slightly from Facebook, ever so. But it always comes back to Facebook, and that's just what we are. So, a new feature, relatively new. By the way, this feature was kind of open if you were a big spender, and I mean big spender like you're spending, give or take, 100 G's
a month
on Facebook. That is not James and myself, but maybe you were bankrolling and you know that. So, questions/polls. So, questions. The feature is called Questions. That's what it's called. Okay, on Facebook, and it you may have seen it in your personal profile, but again, where do we care? Fan page. Okay, that's what we care about. This is a very unique way to find out what's going on with your folks and to lead to more sales.
Now, even though this feature is enabled, I've seen Joe and I are connected to a good number of pages in there of analysis, ones we've helped people with, ones we find of interest. I've seen, let me count, 2 people use it, and I'm like, Now, here's the neat part. People love to give their opinion. They love to share their opinion. And when you can provide them an easy way to do that, you'll get more interactions. Remember, the more interactions, then we can transfer to traffic, sales. I won't bore you with the little math. But the questions is a very, very neat way to get interactions. But Joe's done some research on this just from our own personal testing. A lot of people are doing it wrong and not asking quite the right question.
Now, you have to think about this. You can't just say, when do you want... The question can't be, when do you want to buy from me?
So which I've seen, by the way.
Eliminate that. Okay, here's how James and I like to use polls, and if you're taking notes, please, go ahead. That's why we do these videos, and let us know what notes you take. Comment back. Click like, or thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube. So, the questions James and I like to have is, number 1, ask a question that's relevant to an eventual sale or interaction with your company. It may just be the next step in your sales cycle. Okay, for example, a lot of what James asked, since we provide a lot of, advice and even tools or implementation, is, hey, what challenges, actually, here was a recent one we asked, how many hours a day are you spending on marketing? Okay, and one of the options was, hey, an hour, 2 hours a day, 3 hours a day, or I don't know. Okay? Now, you might think, why would you put I don't know? Hey, someone who answers I don't know, 1, they're either trying to be funny, which I'm okay with, or 2, they literally don't know. So, you can ask questions to, hey, maybe you have an event. One of the clients that James and I were doing some marketing for had an event coming up. Well, the question I asked the fan page was, who's coming to the event, And you might say, don't you do an event for that? Yes. But not everyone sees the event, so this is a question that can show up, hey, are you coming to the event? Another way to promote the event was, who has told 2 people or more, 4 people or more, 6 people or more about the event coming up. So you noticed questions can be used to get further interaction with your company, lead them down the sales cycle, or even just build a stronger community bond. But I like to make sure there's options that they can pick so that people aren't guessing, if you will.
Correct, because your kind of last resort would be another that doesn't help you as much. Or one that I liked that Joe came up with was, hey, who or where do you consult with before making a buying decision? And, it was like, hey, do you go to Google, or do you look friends and family, or do you already have a coach, or whatever. It gave them some options. They could say, oh, no, I do go to Google, or I do my own research. That way you can see what's in the buying mind of those prospects that are already connected to your page. Very powerful to get in their heads, and they're volunteering the information.
And then you can use the information in your marketing, in your emails, in your updates to lead them down the sales cycle. And yes, every once in a while you can use fun ones, like, of course, before questions, I used to do this informally on just straight questions and comments, like, hey, who do you think was more tragic? Goose from TopGun or Apollo Creed dying in, that was Rocky IV against Russian. Again, by the way, Goose won in a landslide on that. Mainly because, well, it was just tragic. Goose, you felt for Goose. So anyway, questions and polls. Start putting questions in place.
Yeah. Try one a week.
Try one a week. Don't over-abuse it. Not one a day. James and I like to run a question of the week. So go ahead, and by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, go visit us at facebook.com/fanpagesystem and check out our poll for the week, our question for the week. On behalf of James, I'm Joey Bridges. To your success through the Facebook marketing efforts.